End inequalities, end AIDS, end pandemics. That's the focus as nations recognize World AIDS Day on Wednesday, December 1, 2021. UNAIDS is highlighting the urgent need to end the inequalities that drive AIDS and other pandemics around the world. Locally, the National Family Planning Board is echoing the UN agency's call, noting that it has been working on the ground. Simone Absalom Gayle has more in this report.
UNAIDS says in its statement that, quote, without bold action against inequalities, the world risks missing the targets to end AIDS by 2030, as well as a prolonged COVID-19 pandemic and a spiraling social and economic crisis. World Health Organization Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus is calling on governments to use every resource available to end the infections.
The pandemic has made things worse, with the disruption of essential health services and the increased vulnerability of people with HIV to COVID-19. Like COVID-19, we have all the tools to end the AIDS epidemic if we use them well. On World AIDS 2021, WHO calls on governments and citizens to use every tool in the toolbox to narrow inequalities, prevent HIV infections, save lives, and end the AIDS epidemic.
Director of Enabling Environment and Human Rights at the National Family Planning Board, Devon Gabriel, says his team has been working on several programs aimed at ending HIV infections locally.
We have developed and placed a national human rights mass media campaign. We are participating with the United Nations joint team, as well as other agencies led by the Ministry of Health, around a global partnership to end all forms of HIV-related stigma and discrimination in workplaces, in justice, in schools, in communities. We continue to advocate for policy and legislative reforms in our country, specifically the development of a comprehensive sexual and reproductive policy.
He says his team has been working with relative agencies to develop HIV-specific legislations that are linked to combating gender-based violence.
We continue to work with our partners to advocate for the passage of an OSH Act. For those who know what OSH is, Occupational Safety and Health Act. That is being worked on by the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
The NFPB executive says the organization is hosting an event titled On the Ground at the Maxfield Park Health Center until 5 p.m. today, December 1.
We're going to have, because of the theme of ending inequalities, ending AIDS, and ending pandemics, we're going to have counseling and referral services that are free of charge from the Registrar General Department, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, the Heart Trust, National Health Fund, the Southeast Regional Health Authority, and other agencies will be there, as well as providing confidential and private HIV testing and referrals.
World AIDS Day has been observed each year on December 1 since 1988. Globally, the day is used to bring awareness about the fight against HIV, show their support for people with HIV, and remember persons who have passed. For the news on PBCJ, I'm Simone Absalom Gayle.